It's a great day to be rich. Realize I create happiness. Say it with me again. It's a great day to be rich. Realize I create happiness. Your money issues may not, most likely are not, relative to your skill set, resourcefulness, or even your willingness to do the work. Yes, it's most likely not even relative to any of that. It's relative to something that's very subtle, but very often overlooked. And I'm Vivian Rich. I inspire you to live richer with ease. And today we're going to dive deeper into that conversation of where your money, what's the block? What's going on with the money, honey? What's going on with the money, honey? We are here talking about the money and talking about living richer with ease. A lot of times, many great leaders like yourself may be experiencing an abundance of money flow block. Now, what is going on? What is going on? You say, hey, Viv, I got the skill set. I got the work ethic. I got the resources. I have been that. I got all the resources to make this work. But what's going on with the money? What's up with the money, V? Okay, well, let's talk about what's up with the money. And particularly, I recall having a client many years ago, and one of the things she was really good at crafts and skill and crafting things and making something out of nothing. You know, you got a friend like that? Do you have a friend that someone can just make something out of nothing? Or maybe it might be you that can make something out of nothing and make it look, oh, that looks exquisite, you know? But anyway, she'd always make these items around Christmas times or whenever she needed an influx of cash. She'd always have them and they're ready to go. And one day I asked her, I said, considering what me being a math person, doing what I'm doing, I'm looking at, okay, this is your price point. This is how many you're circulating within, right now that I know of. You actually got something good and people want it. What's the deal? You could actually turn this into a business if you really wanted to. Because I hear you complain all the time about having to get up so early in the morning, get your babies out when it's dark and have to take them to the daycare. And you got to come home pretty much when it's near dark and you're rushing and your life is just always a rush. So I think you might be onto something that can help alleviate some of that pain for you. Or at least put some ease into your life, right? Can you all say ease? Say ease with me. That's right. If you can tolerate some ease in your life. Well, she's like, I hear what you're saying. That sounds good and all. But guess what? She said, it's one of the other areas. The area I didn't expect it to come from. It came all the way from left field. It came from left field. And she said it was one of her issues that many of us have had, and it sometimes creeps its way back into our experience, but we have to deal with it immediately. Otherwise, it will take over and it will destroy the foundation of everything else that you've been building. You say, what? What is it, Viv? What is it? What is it? It's not that you have a skill issue. It's not that you have a resourcefulness issue. It's not that you have an issue with your work ethic. Because you sought out and found the professional to help train you and get the skill that you needed to get. You also was resourceful enough to pay for the professional to get the skill that you needed to get. And you also did the thing that the professional told you to do to get the results in the shortest amount of time possible, but you still don't have it. The money is still not flowing in abundance. And for my client, she realized, and she knew herself, and that's a great thing. We have to know ourselves. Know yourself. How's it go? To thine own self be true. That means knowing yourself, knowing who you are, and you can make a decision to adjust and modify, or to just cruise on into it and say, hey, this is how I am, this is who I am, and this is what it's going to be. That's it. That's up to you. But the client, she knew that there was a deeper issue. that there was another issue lying under there, but she knew it. And I invite you to look to discover yours. Now, she said, and she told me her thing. So I said, well, guess what? Maybe there's a way we can work together on this and get this worked out for you. If you want to, only if you're willing, only if you're excited about doing it. Only if you want to do this for yourself and for your children and to create a better future and to create more opportunities for yourself and for your children, or even for your children's children, if you want, or for your nieces and nephews that's always hanging out with you. If you want to do something different for your life, I could possibly help you with this. She said, okay, that sounds about right. But I'm going to tell you why I cannot keep this up. Why I can't do this, why I can't, this thing that I do so well is not a business. And I was like, okay, I hear you. You sound like you're convinced on why you can't do it. Now, I can't argue with you on that. But I can tell you this. The number one reason that most people are not experiencing the amount of money in abundance that they like to experience is a matter of trust. That's right, trust. And it's trust in the area of, today we're talking about the trust in the area of trusting yourself. She said she couldn't trust herself to do the thing that she needed to do when she needed to do it. A lot of times, many of us struggle with trusting others to support us in doing the thing we need to do to get the things that we want to get done, to get to the money in the shortest time possible. Many of us don't trust others. But she was certain that her trust issue was with herself, that she would not keep up the business. And my thought was, once you start making some money, you kind of get committed to keeping up with it. Once you start making some money, at least that's been my experience. Once I start seeing them feeling the money and seeing the money coming in, I'm going to ride this thing till the wheels come off. I'm going to get some people in here to help me until the wheels come off. We're going to rock out and lock arms, and we're going to roll together to make this thing what it's supposed to be and to make it better and bigger than what it's supposed to be. She knew that. And she said she was okay with me helping her to overcome her situation. But I had to ask her permission first. And I had to believe her and what she was saying. Because she said she couldn't do it. She said she could not commit to it. Are you saying that to yourself? Are you telling yourself that you can't commit to your business? You can't commit to the change that you want to experience in your life. You can't commit to your dreams. You can't commit to your legacy. Are you telling me that you can't commit to your security, to do the thing you know that you need to do, to get the results that you know that you paid the professional to teach you to do? Are you telling me? You can't commit to that? Oh no, rich friends. I know you can commit to it. I know you can, because you show up here. You can show up here. I know you can show up for yourself. I know you can show up for your business. I know you can show up for your friends. And most importantly, as I said, showing up for yourself, meaning that you said you're going to do it and you do it. You said it. Because you know what? I think most of you that are tuning in here are of working age, and you may or may not have an employer at some period of time in your life, or maybe even currently. You're able to commit to that. You're able to commit to that, right? You're committed to it because you show up and do what's necessary to receive that payment, be it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, however you get paid. You show up for it. I invite you, rich friend, show up for yourself. Show up for yourself today, not next year, not next week, today. Pick one area in your personal life, a personal goal for you and you only, where you could be the only beneficiary right now that it looks like, okay? Choose one and show up. Show up for yourself. Show up for it. Show up today for it. And we'll also look into the area of your family. Choose one area, one thing in your family life that you can do different, that you can commit to today. one thing that you can commit to today, one thing that you can commit to in your business, rich friend, or your aspiring business, your business that you're researching, one thing that you can commit to. Pick one in each area: your personal well-being, your family, and your business or desired activity that you want to do, and your employer. Yes, be a better employee. That's how it starts. I kid you not. You got to be your best employee. Best employees make the best business owners. I'm kid you not. If you have that same, I kid you not. I can assure you that. Because when I was an employee, I was an excellent employee. I was the one that went above and beyond. And I came into my business with that same energy, going above and beyond, getting up as early as necessary, going to sleep as late as necessary to make it happen. And I encourage you and invite you, rich friend, take that work ethic that you bring to your employer. If it's subpar, turn it up. It's time to turn it up a notch. You can do this. You got this, rich friend. But choose one area for your personal well-being, for your family, and for your business or employer, and commit to it. Show up for it. Give it all you got today. Just one. You ain't got to do all of it. You ain't got to do all that extra stuff. I'm telling you, I know how it is. Sometimes you get, especially if it's related to someone else's benefit and gain, you pour it all in sometimes and they expect this all the time. And then they want to raise the bar and say, hey, you can do that. I know you can do this. I know, rich friends, but I'm not inviting you to take the brakes off. Take the brakes off today. Unleash the brakes, mash the gas, go all the way in for yourself today, because this is going to help elevate you to a new level and to who you are, who you're inclined and who you're destined to be. Because in order to experience something different, what you got to do? Tell me what you got to do. In order to experience something different, what do we have to do? You know, what do we have to do? What do we have to do, someone? Someone said, oh, okay. Good morning. Hello, let me see. Oh, okay. I can barely see it. Oh, okay, Marie. Thank you. See, Marie, good morning. What do we have to do? What do we have to do over in the golden room? What do we have to do? Leslie said over in the golden room, if you want to get in the room, that's where we're talking to people in the VI over in the golden room on Zoom. Leslie says you got to do something different. That's good. That's real good. Absolutely. You have to do something different if you want to experience something different. That is a part of the process. But there's something before that. Before that. Okay. Lachelle says, think something different. Think something different. Absolutely. You got to get it here. We are nurturing a new thought today. A new thought to help you release the money into your experience in abundance. It's not just going to trickle in. We want abundance. You know, the other day it rained here, and it rained like a steady all day. It wasn't a heavy rain. It wasn't like, you know, the Florida typically boom, boom, thunder and all that. No, we didn't have that. It was just a constant downpour. I want to say from 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 10, 12 p.m., 3 p.m., all the way up until, I want to say, 6 a.m. the next morning. Constant downpour, constant steady. It wasn't overwhelming. You could actually kind of go out if you really wanted to, but I didn't. But it was a constant downpour. And that's how your abundance needs to come in, constantly. That's what we're inviting into our experience. When we recognize and we identify with what we want, and we make a decision to experience it. And we move into the action part of it, of moving into it. So I invite you in the action part of today is to choose one thing you're going to do for yourself. Absolutely well-being. One thing you can do for your family. Absolutely. Okay. To the best. One thing you can do for your business or your employer. One thing now. I ain't asked you to go out there and outshine everybody, but at least one thing, okay? And those 3 areas. And be sure to share it in the comments. Let us know what you did. That's how your accountability is held up. Over in the golden room, be sure to share it in the group. Share it in the group. The one thing that you have done and you choosing this day to execute on. You can do one thing. We all can do at least one thing to advance ourselves. One thing in one area of at least in each area of our lives. I said 3. One thing in at least 3 areas of our lives to advance ourselves. All right. I enjoy investing in you, investing in me. I enjoy our conversations together because, like you said, it's iron sharpens iron. Choose your one thing in one of the 3 areas today that you can do with excellence. Excellence is the goal. Excellence. That's what you want to do with excellence. Because remember, I am rich. Realizing I create happiness. That's what you get to do. Create your own happiness. You are the creator of your own happiness. If you want to get in the room, go ahead and visit over in the golden room. You want to get in the golden room, go ahead and visit vivianrich.com and you can get into the golden room over there, vivianrich.com. And you also gain access to the groups and all the other things that come along with that and where we get to have fun in that area over there in the golden room. I appreciate you for investing time in yourself today. Remember, today is a great day to be rich, my rich friends. Until next time, mwah.